He grew up in the world's brightest political spotlight, yet he managed to maintain a remarkably private, apolitical life, completely avoiding public social media profiles. But nature abhors a vacuum, and so does the internet. When people have zero real information about a highly recognizable figure, they aggressively try to fill the void with speculation. Gossip columns eagerly provided the first narratives, publishing claims that he shut down an entire floor of Trump Tower for a highly secretive private beat. Then the rumors grew wildly out of proportion. A viral MAGA theory began circulating online, suggesting that he was preparing to marry Denmark's Princess Isabella. The supposed geopolitical motive behind this royal match? It would allow the United States to secure the territory of Greenland as a dowry payment. Without actual facts to rely on, the media and the public simply constructed a fictional mythology to satisfy their own curiosity. This intense appetite for details recently sparked a frantic media search during the 2026 State of the Union address, all to identify a mystery woman sitting directly behind him. The woman turned out to be Sierra Burns, a foster youth advocate invited by Melania Trump. She had absolutely no connection to his dating life. Curious, since the public is clearly desperate for details, what are the actual ethical rules for journalists covering the children of political figures? We can look to the Council of Europe's guiding principles on the protection of privacy in media coverage to see how this works. The guidelines specifically state that relatives of politicians are not automatically public figures. Unless they actively contribute to public life, their privacy must be respected. According to international media ethics, his private life is strictly off-limits, but a sudden collision with real-world danger was about to put that rule to the test. The harmless internet hoaxes stopped when a terrifying incident dragged his personal life directly into official international court records. Away from the cameras, he had successfully formed a close, highly private online relationship with a 22-year-old woman living in London. During what should have been a routine FaceTime call, he watched in real time as the woman was violently assaulted. He immediately contacted British emergency services, staying on the line to direct authorities to the scene so they could intervene. The police arrived. The woman's jealous ex-boyfriend, Matvey Rumyantsev, was arrested and brought to trial in the UK. His attempt to maintain a normal, private digital relationship inevitably collided with physical violence, shattering his anonymity in the process. When the criminal trial began, the media's reporting provided a real-time stress test for the Council of Europe's privacy guidelines we looked at earlier. In some areas, the press followed the rules. They kept the female victim's identity entirely undisclosed, aligning with the principle that an ordinary citizen's personal data shouldn't be published. But reporters took a completely different approach with the president's son. They eagerly published the attacker's courtroom testimony, which focused heavily on the young man's private texting habits and his emotional investment in the woman. The media detailed the attacker's claims that the woman called him sweetheart and noted how he would call her constantly to navigate the awkward time zone difference. This animated diagram visualizes the core journalistic test used to evaluate these disclosures, weighing an overriding public interest against mere curiosity. Publishing a teenager's texting habits clearly falls under mere curiosity. It doesn't expose corruption, hypocrisy, or political wrongdoing. It has zero political relevance. Ultimately, the media used the criminal trial as a loophole. They extracted and published tabloid gossip that they were ethically barred from obtaining directly. Inside the family, the fallout from the assault was immediate. Melania Trump stepped in to intervene directly in her son's digital life. She completely shut down the online relationship and implemented strict new boundaries on his digital communication. The family faced a harsh realization. The illusion of safety and distance provided by online anonymity is terrifyingly fragile. Today, he is quietly trying to regroup as a 19-year-old student at NYU, putting his head down and attempting to stay out of the limelight. Despite his efforts, celebrity columnists continue to scrutinize his movements, constantly searching for updates on his private relationships. Thoughtful tone. For the family of a global political figure, the intersection of digital life and unpredictable real-world events makes total privacy impossible, no matter how strictly the boundaries are drawn.